Saint Valentine of immaturity, teenage love, infatuation, of arms wrapped about the waist and neck, footsteps side by side, talking, of students bustling around, gossiping, rushing by. Saint Valentine of couples holding hands, notes exchanged, and hellos between classes. Saint Valentine of breakfast, lunch, and dinner dates, of bright flowers, empty glasses, and half-eaten dessert on a candlelit table. Saint Valentine of her waiting outside in her car, begging me to come for a ride. Saint Valentine of late night talks, speaking in whispers. Dark nights, stormy nights, starry nights. Saint Valentine of natural beauty, brought out by a dip in the water. No masks, no makeup, laying on a blanket in the sand. Music, movies, phone calls, time spent together. Saint Valentine,
just in case my knees get a little weak. Fred says, thank God for September 11th. Fred says, thank God for dead soldiers. Fred even says that God hates the United States. Let's not associate God with hate, Fred. You hate it. You hate. You will hate. You are filled with hatred. God doesn't hate me or my fellow service members. You see, God doesn't hate America, and God doesn't hate. Period. I am embarrassed for you. No one has reeked of such ignorance. Ignorance fed by hate. Hate fueled by ignorance. It is a vicious circle. It is your vicious circle. You see, you hate for all the wrong reasons. Frustration pointed in every direction but the right one. Point your anger at the government, not at those who have chosen a life of service. We defend you. Stop disgracing soldiers' lives. Stop disgracing your own life. You hate the United States, yet continue to enjoy the rights that we provide you with? In the words of a friend, Fred, if you refuse to stand behind our service members in times of war, feel free to stand in front of them. You know what? I'm indifferent towards your judgment. Point your finger in hate just as the Bible by which you preach advises against. If death calls on me, I will answer, even for you, who hates with so much conviction. You see, my end is heading towards me this very moment, and when it arrives, only God will judge my life. God will ask me if I ever hated, and I will answer, never. How about you?
Basketball. Basketball. Basketball at midnight. That rhythmic pounding of ball and hard wood, thunder of the sports gods. Or first snow falling. Icy whiteness from above, covering, chilling, blanketing everything in stark white. Or a simple orange, thick, round, and orange. It smells like an orange as I peel back its leathery skin. And when I see her, my heart is a bird soaring over the oceans, but she'll never know. Thoughts, memories, emotions cascade like a waterfall in my mind, only to smash into infinity. I delve into the murky darkness of my mind, begging, pleading, praying to the muses of old to bestow their gifts upon me, shower me with inspiration, save my words from being old, forgotten, and ordinary. The questioners of the ages repeat their queries to me. Is it possum, or opossum, or no possum, or every possum? Does death have anything, or is dying just living backwards? And why do we fear? And why do we look back? Lot's wife sends his eternal warning, but salt will all become. And with everyone telling us yes and no, to which we say yes or no, 70,000 ideas die in the blink of an eye. Hiroshima in my mind. And what am I? And why am I? I'm measuring myself out by the grain. I'm turning into salt. I sit enticed by the blinking cursor, the pen and blank paper. A modern Hemingway I've become, as another idea loads its shotgun.
Butterflies, by far one of God's most wondrous and beautiful creatures. Thin, hand-painted wings flutter effortlessly through skies that are always blue. Ever notice how butterflies only ever show up in the happiest places, with the flowers and sunny blue skies, as though meant to put a smile on your face, and then they end up in your stomach? Some say they get them in anticipation of a big event, but I think that's just nerves, or maybe bees. Butterflies are reserved for that feeling, when your blood runs warm through your veins, like you just drank a full mug of steaming hot chocolate, and your heart races and your stomach floats, like the rush over the first hill on a roller coaster. That is what butterflies feels like. And whenever I'm around you, they flutter and sway in my stomach like some courtly dance. It's just the little things, like when we're walking in the snow and I start to slip down the hill, and without thinking, your strong arm reaches out to catch me. Or whenever we're people watching, as I've discovered we both like to do. And right on cue, we look to each other and smile, knowing exactly what the other is thinking. It's simple and small, but the pure harmony, the perfection of the click, the butterflies take flight, and I can't help but smile. But butterflies are fleeting. Their lovely dance so harshly ended. And without them fluttering and filling my stomach with fun and warmth, I find myself empty. The wind suddenly knocked out of me. I find myself back in the 4th grade on the pavement, my hands burning as they hit the gravel, and my eyes stinging with embarrassment. And I look up and there you are, watching me fall. And I thought about butterflies. How foolish.
Why aren't you drinking? He yelled with his slur as he stumbled about the dimly lit pub towards me. A young man, dressed casually, on an island way out towards the Caribbean Sea. Beginning with Jimmy's, "You want something to drink?" "No thanks," I replied, sitting back in my seat. The slurring man approached, profanely and rude. "You get this guy something, Jimmy!" And the night ensued. A dirty, unbuttoned twine shirt on this large, lazy man's back, spilling gut, red eyes, and bad breath that caused me to yap. "No thanks," I replied, but he continually persisted, in English, I think. The alcohol he listed. "There's vodka and rum and tequila and scotch. Budweiser, Miller, and Coors. Oh, there's a lot. Heineken, my personal favorite. Guinness, Corona, and Budweiser. Also, man, what'll it be?" And with such ferocity and violence did he suggest that I drink with him to make his life more blessed. Again, "No thanks," I replied, and pushed him aside, at which he fell back and with the wood counter did collide. The shattering of glass came next to my ear, and the stammering of he that listed the beers. "You're gonna drink," he insisted profanely, and came at me with the shards of a bottle insanely. So quick was he, to my surprise, that I scarcely escaped the slicing and jabbing of his green shiny bottle.
He didn't tell you I was from Muskogee because he couldn't say it. Knife dripping with blood, smoke coming from the barrel of a gun, lines of cocaine, knocked over empty shot glass, all meaning shattered dreams. Lowest for everybody? Not sure I believe that. Kids are starving all over the world. Tell me, do you think most of them did anything wrong? I gotta call the cops again. The neighbor kids just had to watch that drunk bastard beat up their mom. Love is for everybody? Then where does hate come in? I've been pondering the issues of this poem for a while now, watching the ink from my pen bleed. Thoughts cross my mind, like shadows and phantoms in the night. I don't want hate to consume me. I want to make a difference. That is why I'm here. Is that why I'm here? Why am I here? Why are you here? Why are we here? To be worthy of the traditions of a commissioned officer? Or to bust slugs in the prison that drug selling scum that killed Dennis or got Liz arrested? Or maybe you just want to go to a respected school and after your service go and make some money. No, there is good in this world. I see it every day in you people who want to make a difference. But sometimes I can't help but win. Shout out to Mr. Garofalo's 5th period.
Consider the eyes that read this letter. Left eye red from sleepless nights, as we've done before, staring at the wave-like script. A beautiful image. I saw once, felt once, tears, falling like rain upon the fields, or like diamonds. Consider then the right eye, how it is steel. Within it, a look of icy determination, similar to the way a widow carries on, or like children dealing with their loss, strong. Very eyes that I've seen for years in pictures or at funerals. For years I've come to see this way, this unnatural image. One eye strong, one eye sad. I pray for this to stop. One eye full of tears, the other hard.
It's gonna make it kind of hard to live up to, so just lower the bar a little bit, make me feel good. Summer afternoons, dragging on, stretching time, every second a fine grain of sand atop the tiny Everest in the hourglass that molds this torturous, endless, unceasing summer afternoon. The thump-bump-bump of young hearts grown bored with the empty hours of the summer afternoon race as they unearth the treasure amid the boxes of daddy's things. The icy sting of the burnished steel, the graceful curves of the polished stock, the bright red cardboard box rattling with dull gray pellets. It whispers in your ear with venomous honey that guides your outstretched hand, and the traitorous wood raises no cry as you gently caress its length and lay hold of a stalk that melts like butter around your fingers made warm with mischief and youthful excitement. Growing bold, you deem this cardboard altar, this air-conditioned prison unfit for such a prize. Why abandon Excalibur to the stone, especially when the yard awaits? Stepping beyond the concrete threshold and into the realm of imagination, the knee-high bush becomes a towering growth, and the outstretched limbs of the lonely oak form the forest's upper canopy. You stalk quietly amid this jungle as the dappled sunlight waltzes gracefully across its tiny outer stage. Weapon in tow, you lay eyes on the only game that still braves the arid heat of this summer afternoon. You take a deep breath, and take aim. The yellow feathers do not explode as you had imagined they would, and the downy black of the songbird's breast does nothing to disguise the crimson flood. Nothing is as you thought it would be. No one was there to celebrate your flawless aim. No one commended you in your smooth pull of the trigger. There was no one at all. No one except you. No one to see the tiny songbird fall from its perch on the nearby limb. No one to see it twitch as it hit the ground below. No one to hear the dull thud. No one at all. No one except you. Instantly, you are out of the jungle, far away from the adventure and the excitement. Instantly, you're just a boy with a gun, crouching in the backyard, staring at your greatest sin, banished from your playful world of make-believe forever. Thump-bump-bump, thump-bump-bump, bump-bump-bump. 2 drawn, ragged breaths, and 2 weary hearts beat softly 2 more times and are still. 2 die at the hand of a single lead pellet, no bigger than a fingernail. 2 fall with the jerk of 1 young finger. 2 endings marked by the same beginning. The end of life in one, the end of innocence in the other, all under the same indifferent sun of a summer afternoon.
So it turns out, he was a proud man. And being proud, he did things his way. His way, the highway, no way. These days, despite the summer and the Red Sox, he is gone. Not a ragged scally cap, not a golden cross, not a leprechaun painted on the side of the shed, jovial and mischievous, not even a tackle box, around the arteries and alleys of Southie, where he will never again, in a bitter scally cap. And if it is possible to survive out of the concrete and alcohol, it is possible to become a man, a husband, a father. Thick pond ice, city streets, overrun forest, home. In the summers before he went away, he taught me how to swim, how to throw, how to hammer nails into the mossy old stump. Without his curveball in the yard, I dropped my bat for good. I see him in who I am becoming, and if we could visit the seawall again, I would tell him about the fishing, about how the Red Sox won it again, and how our rowboat somehow seems smaller without him.
He's from Romania and plays rugby. Let's treat him well. He's bigger than me.
Thank you. For class Fini, please be ready to translate for me. Boom boom, the chariot is full with welcome pigeons who wants to fly far away, away and far. Boom boom, they are called by the freedom of the sky, by the sound of a continuous coming wave, which by the way, boom boom, arises from the desire to be admired. Boom boom, the road is full, it's like a dream. Don't like dreams, I want to live. Boom boom, my stomach starts to cry. My lips are like a curtain. The show is about to begin. Wait, it is over. Boom boom, my ears are filling with pleasures. My feet are calling for help. Everybody's dust. Boom boom, I'm in a garden with flowers all around me. I choose red. I choose yellow. I choose violet. I'm just tired. Boom boom, I choose to fly. I see a chariot broken in pieces. I see my pigeons, they are free. They will not be coming home. They will not be coming home. They will not be coming home. Boom boom, boom boom, boom boom. The world is mine.
We're writing tip.
Yeah, how do you write a poem? I don't know where to start. They tell me it comes from the heart. I don't know what to talk about. My liking for sauerkraut? They tell me I must have passion. Well, I do like John Madden. They tell me it must be original. I'll title it The Colonel. They tell me Shakespeare, Frost, and Whitman are the best. Does that mean they write for Reader's Digest? They tell me it must make sense. Like that poem, The Red Fence? I can't write it, I quit. But if I had to give some advice, I'd tell you to keep it concise. And if you're lacking ideas, don't get bogged down. Just write about that E-Trade clown. And even if that fails, I suppose, you could write about a red wheelbarrow. That's it, yeah.
An ode to just one? We cannot have that. You must respect the other 25 of us. We know you do not understand, so let us explain. In 3 lines, now 4, we have not used that letter. B. Why it so special? We do not think it is. It cannot function without the other 25 of us. We all make our own sounds. We all appear uniquely different. You did not write about any of us, though. Look at C. It exists as a homonym of a synonym for an ocean, or an action you do with your eyes. However, it is no more important than the least used letter in the English language. Even Z has its own section in our grand lexicon. Zany, zenith, zenana, zygote, zigzag. We all sound, we all seem like. Please, we implore you, do not get us wrong. It has to have its own place, just like the rest of us. And just like you so perceptively pointed out, A and C have it trapped so that it cannot escape. We must give credit where credit is due, so good show. However, is it not interesting that in the last 21 lines, we did not wield it 108 times, no, just once.
As groups of tourists pose and smile, while the businessman quickly walks his next mile. The glow coming from lights brightens up the whole night. The park's full of kids sledding down a hill of white. Happy couples glide on the sleek ice as they skate. An old lady sits on a brown park bench to wait. Out of her street corner sits a beggar or two. Out of love, I dig for coins and give them a few. I pass a cathedral with a steeple so high, gazing up at the stars and moon in the night sky. I tighten my scarf as I feel a chilly breeze, looking around to admire the snow-topped trees. This feeling makes me wonder, what does this all mean? I think I'm in love with the winter city scene and the imperfect beauty of its daily routine. Thank you.
Okay. Is that loud enough?
Yes.
All right. If any of you guys out there want to start snapping, get this really poetic kind of beat would be nice. All right. Pair of trees entrench a pergola leaves, shading a sidewalk walk. A subtle summer breeze moves like a sporadic lack of heat, bespotting the insipidity of the air you breathe, as it weaves in and out throughout this sidewalk walk. Stilettos go click-clack upon tic-tac-toe chalks, puncturing talks, piercing the silence like a sieve. As these shoes weave in and out throughout the leaves beneath this sidewalk walk. All right. Above, this crayon-colored, perfectly crayon-colored chalk hues, but back to the shoes. They click, they clap, side by side and colliding with my line of vision, designating and delineating the outlining of the graying of the shading of where the sun doesn't share its steady stare, which leaves translucent green for an aquamarine effect of rippling, creating a bejeweled cavern capriciously provoking, projecting imaginary fish swimming. A disturbing desire to prostrate oneself, praying in this Renaissance Venetian aquamarine, rose window copper vaulted chapel. Or providing sanctuary to ponder how much it sucks, how this heat scorches, permeating your pear tree pergola, shading your sidewalk walk so perniciously. Thank you.
From Maryland, who plays football and lacrosse. It's here his poetic cause tonight.
Waterfront of Jacob's Rock. Cool, refreshing, salty breezes. Waterfront of laughing, ear-to-ear smiling swabs. Personal flotation devices like orange marshmallows. Boom-proof domes of plastic. Waterfront of dinghies, listing like drunks. Sails snapping like great pieces of white cheese. Wind flapping and biting like a 3-year-old child. Waterfront of sun-bronzed skin, snow white shoes, soaked shirts sticky like syrup. Water like a puddle in a mechanic's shop. Waterfront of RHIs, FJs, 420s, friendships forged. Waterfront of tigers, gone but now returned, ready to pounce on unwary swabs. Tigers, saliva dripping from wet, red mouths. Hunger rumbles like thunder, and razor teeth flash like mirrors in the piercing yellow sunlight. Tigers, panting, pacing, ready to strike. Lock it up! When we started, we had many hours. Now all time is lost for fun. We must go back to that prison on the hill. Freedom lost. Don't make me go, Waterfront. Please? Let me stay.
I want to be the sun rising day after day. I want to be the ballroom full of people and be the solo dance. I want to be the river, always moving forward, leaving people changed by my current. I want to sing, to move, to walk, to run. I want to fly. I want to be able to follow, but never be afraid to take the lead. I want to be the leaves falling from the trees and be the season, the reason for that leaves flight downward. I want to be the rock, the mountain, and still be the die rolled in the game of chance. I want to think, to dream, to learn to love. I want to believe. I want to be the photo album, the pictures of the times to remember and the times to forget. I want to be the air, the breeze that keeps the other eagles soaring. I want to go to sleep knowing I changed someone's life. I want to cry, to laugh, to sparkle. I want to live. I want, and because I want, I am flying. I am believing. I am alive.
Finals be a coming in. Lord God, saying, oh crap. Open the book, take the first look, and begin that memory tap. Lord God, saying, oh crap. Gulp another cup of joe, scroll down them notes. Broken pencils, wrong size stencils, frantically sing, oh crap. Crap, crap, oh crap. Frantically sing, oh crap, and never stop till the teacher says time. Oh crap. Oh crap. Thank you.
O to the letter X. X, U symmetry. U, hourglass. Base of table, crossed legs. Sideways, the same exact thing. To say you, X, out loud I must. Pull back my lips, almost grimacing. Top lip, leave bottom lip. Then clench the whole mouth down. X. X is like a crosshair. X, 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 X. In a row, X is like a prison fence. X, 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 X. X, 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 X. X, 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 X.
in 3 rows. X is like 3 rows of X's. X. Without you, most words would be the same. But sex wouldn't be as fun. Xylophone, I love one. And the song, W, Y, and Z. Without you, what could I, would I, ever use to end the word vex? Or to begin words like Xerox, Xylem, Xeriscape, and Xenophobe?
I expect a response poem out of this drill. Oh, M, you mountaintop. Upside down W, beak of a bird. 4 sticks, a deformed Pac-Man. To say you, M, I must draw breath deep from within and gently seal my lips together. Many M's together form the sound of a deep appreciation for a food. Without M, what would Campbell Soup do to express the delectability of their product? Meerkat would be Earcat, and McDonald's would be Kidonald's. Without M, I would not be able to dream or become a multi-millionaire. Multi-illionaire? What would I do without words like manifest, marriage, media, machine, Miller?
Country, honor, glory, duty, courage. Qualities Patton would call thee to accept. To sacrifice one's life for causes so pure. To forfeit one's freedom so those of others may endure. Certainly, these are causes worth fighting for. A lone man among thousands of enemies stands fast. A man of honor, glory, country to the last. Ready for hounds of hell to let fly. Knowing full well 'tis likely he'll die. One last stand for values true and just, though hopeless as the battle tries he must. A man of whom Eris would love and be proud, of myths and legends only may this soldier be found. For in the heat of battle and trial by fire, men boasting these values quickly made liars. For what good is honor and glory inside man's head if on that hallowed ground the soldier lay dead? What cause then leads a man down this perilous path? For what will man endure the heat of God's wrath? If country, duty, and honor be not enough, what then motivates a man to stand tough? His daughter back home he may now live to see, the love of his life, partner for life soon to be. Man cowering down in the trench next to his, fellow soldier he'd experienced battle with. For these are the causes moving him to fight. These motivate him to sail blindly into the night. Love of his friends, his family, his countrymen. Love of his life, cherished memories way back when. For honor, for courage, for dedication to the cause, all without love remain tragically flawed. It is love, the hidden mechanism behind all living men, giving him the ongoing strength to fight to his end.
Enormous strength against an invisible opponent. Courage greater than that of Ulysses. A stubborn Irish will like no other. Unlike his toy Superman, he has no kryptonite. Only plastic weaknesses which are hidden under his clothes. The red freckles are simply marks of his strength in battle, not of defeat. The NG tube, simply a symbol of valor. The result of his confrontations with the illness that attempts to rob his bones of their marrow. He is left weak and exhausted from the long struggles. But with a quick nap and an injection of Ice Age the Meltdown, this is solved. Braden goes on, brandishing the tube like a proud warrior brandishing a scar. He needs no superpowers to suppress his enemy. Armed with a juice box, a lollipop, and his toy Hemi pocket, Braden meets his adversary without apprehension. Although he may look colorless and sickly at times, he keeps that quirky grin, as if to say, "You can't beat me today. I have too many cartoons to watch." With a brave heart, the young, blonde, wide-eyed little boy fights on, with mighty blows that would KO Jimmy Braddock. To smile, to laugh, to giggle, and not to yield. This is Braden's song.
It merely sends an empty white square, anticipated illusion of disappointment. Overused keys stare blankly at your fingertips. A lonely smile awaits on the other side. 5,000 miles is no Great Wall of China. An inked-over American flag seals the deal, cryptic secrets only a blinded fool would see. You fooled me, you fooled her. Indecisive smiles and cautious glances, why must you tease? Read the honest facts and toss them aside. She floats on your conscience, a phone call away. One leg of the triangle longer than hers. Photographs speak the tongue of your infidelity. Golden diamonds do not bear betrayal. The last grain of sand ceases the hourglass, and she won't turn it back over. Roll the dice and pick a card, hide doubt and denial behind a two-sided mask. This bittersweet game of chutes and ladders is suspended by happy faces and oxymorons. Take her hand so she knows you won't leave. Don't shoulder your fear what reputation knows not. Face it like a man, husband, and dad. Notice the ironic parallels. I don't want him to be you. The message icon awakens and the smile is returned. Talk to her now, say what you can. Learn from his mistakes. I still love you. Don't ruin what had never begun.
Hello. What is love? Love can be described in the form of a dove, or can be represented in the gift of a glove. In my case, love isn't this or that. Love takes shape in the form of a cat. Actually, it's more than one. That's because they're so much fun. They make me laugh and cry. And make me feel bad when I say goodbye. My kitty Maggie loves to jump and fly. And when you come home, she's always at the door to say hi. Jerry and Bob, they just sit and sleep. Yeah, that's right. They don't make a peep. Maurice loves to hit the gray one Libby. I've got nothing to rhyme, so I'll just say Sibby, Sibby, Sibby. Felix is the only one that is black. He's pretty popular with the ladies, so I call him the Mac. When I walk by, they love to purr, which means I have to pet their fur. They love to run and chase, but don't be mean, because they'll hit you in the face. My one cat is obese and heavier than Jack. It got so bad, I had to tie a sign around his neck that read, "Please don't give him the snack." Well, that's my story about true love, and it didn't come in the form of a glove. Thank you.
To step outside, gaze toward the heavens, feel your feet lift off and break bonds of the earth, and soar, hands outstretched across the cloudless blue sky. To ride on horseback across the vast and endless desert. The summer sun beats upon your back, and dust clogs your every pore. Surrounded by shrubs yet utterly alone. To dive down, 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 into the resounding blue of the ocean. Swim hard, breathe not, and find the bottom, floating, suspended in the tranquility of the deep. To delve to another world, where time stands still, and reality bends to your every whim. Climb into your rocket, blast off into the never-ending realm of your imagination. Thank you very much.
Look at your effortless childhood. Look at the values by which you once stood. Your world was black and white, simple and light. There was wrong and right, day and night. You never compromised or swayed. You deflected every moral raid. Look at your battle scars. Look at your shattered wishing stars. Then look how your world turned to gray. Look how you tip, twist, turn, fray. Look how you lost your way. Look how you slipped away. Look at your slave to ambition. Look at your tragic sedition from everything you once held dear. You parted from it, year by year. Look at your melancholy mess, pest, stress, forever less than your best. Why? Look at your alleged normality. Look at your pathetic attempts at conformity. Look at who you've become. You're now tattered and numb. Who do you see? I see you. I see me. We are one, the same someone. Dear God, look how far you've fallen from grace. No, look away from my treasonous face.
The wind bristles softly through the evergreen trees. The traveler, overcome, falls to his knees. Before him unfolds a glorious sight, stunning majesty in the clear morning light. No words could describe it. Man's tongue could not tell the beauty of the mountaintops as they rose and they fell. A deep shade of blue, topped with shimmering white, ascends from the landscape in that clear morning light. It begins with the hills, sloping gently and mellow. They are joined by valleys, some deep, others shallow. And there, just above where the trees cannot grow, rocky cliffs gaze out on a world far below. On the north face, a glacier stands solemn and mighty. At its base, a small stream skips along lightly. Through the valleys, over rocks, the little stream grows, gaining strength, gaining speed. Down the mountain it flows. And then, for a moment, the little stream stops, changing form, changing shape to a shimmering loch. Or lake, for that's what it's called around here. But the name hardly matters, for water's so clear. Surrounded on three sides by a high mountain ledge, but on the fourth, to the west, it spills over the edge. A resounding crash as water hits land far below. At the bottom, some swear that you could see the rainbow. If you gaze into the mist, and the sun shines just right, a flash of brilliance in the clear morning light. Now it cascades over inclines so steep, over rocks through the forest to the mountains' sturdy feet. It travels past trees, through the grass of the plains, still soft, still green, from the gentle spring rains. It travels quite swiftly, as if racing the breeze, to the place where the traveler stares in awe on his knees. As he cups his hands in the water rushing by, from his parched lips escapes a soft sigh. and he drinks from the stream, kneeling there on the ground. The wind in the trees plays a heavenly sound. Then the traveler stands up with a start, for the spirit of the mountain has entered his heart. He continues his journey to places unknown. Through that wondrous landscape, undisturbed, all alone. As he turns from the mountain, he feels a slight pain, soft and subtle, like the first drop of rain. He continues onward. There's a change in the air. He looks back for one last glance, but the mountain isn't there. Now some say that the place was not there at all. The traveler must have tripped, hit his head on the fall. Some say that it moved, but no one knows where. And others simply think it vanished in air. But one thing is certain, unchanging and true, and that is that really, nobody knew. They say to forget it, move on, let it slide. But the traveler cannot, for its spirit is inside. It lives on in those who have seen it firsthand, so while others might mock and care not for this land, the mountain ensures that for the rest of his life, he'll be haunted by that most glorious sight. And one day, quite soon, when the time is just right, another falls prey to that clear morning light.
I lay here trying to sleep, but can't. But I'm tired, this doesn't make any sense. It's like I'm in a stadium, cheers and cheers, loud voices booming, can't stop the gears from turning. Random thoughts flying like pots and pans banging. I wonder how I did on that test. My feet are cold. I want to watch Lost. I bet Jack's gonna kill Locke, definitely. My feet are hot. I like popsicles. I think I know how Schwartz bent that fork. Apple bottom jeans and the boots with the I hate that song. Why is it stuck in my head? Random thoughts flying. Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Slow. It all down. Why am I in a hurry? Just breathe. Watch. Listen. And pay attention. The world is in motion. What am I missing? Every day, the world around me. What goes unnoticed in the commotion? Annoying, crowding, suffocating. Can I truly know, truly enjoy life? When I can't breathe, can't live, drowning in this ocean, caught in the madness of the mind's perpetual motion of thoughts, useless, most of them. I have to take out the garbage. Just breathe.
Sorry about that. St. Valentine, close embraces, light kisses. Of a decision made to say, I love you, saying, doing, improving it. Of St. Valentine, of privacy, of homes, bedrooms, beds. St. Valentine of complete openness, nakedness, nothing to hide. Of sheets and pillows. Clothes. Clothes on the floor, edge of the bed, on the stairs. Clothes everywhere but where they belong. Tossed here and there. St. Valentine of trust, of deep gazes, of a last chance to say no or stop, passed by. St. Valentine of each touch, a heightened sense of things, of indescribable proximity. Two bodies close, heavy breathing, sweat, every muscle flexed, tongue tingling, arousal. St. Valentine of ecstasy. Of incomparable proximity, physical and emotional connection, passion. Almost love, almost. It started out easily enough. Some playful flirtation, teasing, games, and us too. Amidst volcanoes, rainforests, a foreign and romantic land. A love begun in Costa Rica and carried home with our luggage. But now, everything is lost, and most notably, that which cannot be regained. Others and I try, but not me completely. Part of me is missing St. Valentine. She took it with her. Angry, I blame you. The end.